Welcome to students of 2nd PUC. This is session 5 of chapter 7, alternating current. In the previous two sessions, we have discussed about series LCR circuit and resonance. We will further be extending the discussions with series LCR circuit. In this session, we will be trying to understand the bandwidth and sharpness, or the other name for sharpness is quality factor or Q factor. Both are these are related to series LCR circuit. So let us begin. Let us start with bandwidth. If you remember, we have drawn a graph of the peak current in the circuit versus frequency for a series LCR circuit. So if you are going to draw a graph, you will be getting a peak like graph in this manner, where the current in the series LCR circuit, therefore the peak value in the series LCR circuit is going to be maximum at resonant frequency. So what is going to happen at resonant frequency? At resonance, the capacitive reactance will be equal to inductive reactance. Therefore, the impedance in the circuit, which is given by root of R square plus XC minus XL whole square. As XC and XL are equal, this term becomes 0 and we get the impedance is going to be equal to the resistance, and this is the minimum value of impedance in the circuit. Therefore, the peak current in the circuit will be maximum. So I will write it in short as IOM, which means the current in the circuit will become maximum. So that is the condition represented here. At resonant frequency, the peak value of the current, or we can also tell the current in the series LCR circuit, becomes maximum. Now we will try to see what happens to the power in the circuit. So the power consumed at resonance is P. So the current in the circuit at this time is maximum into voltage, current into voltage. So this will be the highest power consumed in the series LCR circuit. Now I will consider a condition where the power consumed is going to be half the power consumed at resonance. So this is the maximum power consumed in a series LCR circuit, and it is consumed at resonant frequency FR. I want a condition where the power consumed is half of this. So for half the power consumed at resonance, we get the power. Now in this case, let me take this as some P dash. So the maximum power consumed at resonance divided by 2. The power consumed, which is I into V, can also be written as I square into R. So the impedance in the circuit at resonance is equal to the resistance. So I square into R divided by 2. I can further write this as the I square by 2 can be written as I by root 2 whole square. This helps us in understanding the bandwidth. For the power consumed, which is equal to half the power at resonance, the current in the circuit is going to be the maximum divided by root 2. So let me extend a line where the peak current is equal to the maximum at resonance divided by root 2. Now the graph is cut at 2 points which are corresponding to the frequencies F1 and F2. Now this frequency range between F1 and F2 tells us what is bandwidth. Now I can define bandwidth as the frequency range in a series LCR circuit for which the power consumed is either equal to half or more than half the power consumed at resonance, that is bandwidth. So let me write it. So bandwidth is the frequency range in a series LCR circuit for which the power consumed is equal to half or more than half of the power consumed at resonance. Mathematically, I can write this as F2 minus F1, where F2 and F1 are frequencies at the peak value, which is equal to the maximum value at resonance divided by root 2. So this defines bandwidth. So many of you, while learning many of the concepts related to physics, may be thinking, or you may have a question as to what is the use of these concepts going to be in your daily life. Well, there is an answer for this. A series LCR circuit is the basic for designing any FM radio receiver or any of your TV receivers. So if you want to tune into a channel in a FM radio or in a TV, then the basic thing, the basic circuit there is a series LCR circuit. So let us proceed further to understand this. To understand the application of a series LCR circuit, let us consider the FM broadcast. For example, the FM radio channel Akashvani in Mysore. It is broadcast at 100.6 megahertz. ಸೊ ಈ ಸೀರೀಸ್ LCR ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟಿನ ಪ್ರಯೋಜನ ಅಥವಾ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇದೊಂದು ಉದಾಹರಣೆಯನ್ನು ಪರಿಗಣಿಸೋಣ. ಮೈಸೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕಾಶವಾಣಿ ಚಾನಲ್ ಬ್ರಾಡ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು 100.6 ಮೆಗಾಹರ್ಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ, 100.6 ಮೆಗಾಹರ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಈ ಬ್ರಾಡ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ವೇವ್ಸಿನ ಮೂಲಕ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ಬ್ರಾಡ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ವೇವ್ಸ್. The strength of these electromagnetic waves is very weak or less. So what I do, I design a series LCR circuit whose resonant frequency is going to be 100.6 megahertz. ಒಂದು ಸೀರೀಸ್ LCR ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಸೊನೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ 100.6 ಮೆಗಾಹರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಪಡೆದಂಥ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದರ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ತುಂಬ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಪಡೆದಂಥ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಲು ಮತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಸೀರೀಸ್ LCR ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಎರಡರ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಆವಾಗ ರಿಸೀವರಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನನಗೆ ಬಂದಂಥ ಆಕಾಶವಾಣಿ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಲು ಇನ್ನೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಾನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಆವಾಗ ಆ ಸೀರೀಸ್ LCR ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕಾಶವಾಣಿಯ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಲು ಇನ್ನೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So if I am able to design a series LCR circuit whose resonant frequency is 100.6 megahertz, then the electromagnetic waves of Akashvani which I received is going to increase its strength. ಈ ರೀತಿ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಸೀರೀಸ್ LCR ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟನ್ನು ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ಲಾಗಿ ಒಂದು FM ರಿಸೀವರ್ನ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ನಾನು ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ FM ರಿಸೀವರ್ ಇವಾಗ ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂದರೆ ಆಕಾಶವಾಣಿಯನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಈಗ ಬೇರೆ ಚಾನಲ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಆಕಾಶವಾಣಿ ಒಂದೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಮೈಸೂರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ 90.8 FM ಅಥವಾ 90.8 ಮೆಗಾಹರ್ಟ್ಸ್ FM ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಜ್ಞಾನಧ್ವನಿ, ನಮ್ಮದೇ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಬ್ರಾಡ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್. ಇದು ಜ್ಞಾನಧ್ವನಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ ರೇಡಿಯೋ. ಇದು ಸಾಧಾರಣ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ 7ರಿಂದ 8 ಮತ್ತು ಸಂಜೆ 7ರಿಂದ 8 ಈ ಎರಡು ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬ್ರಾಡ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೇನಾದರೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ FM ರಿಸೀವರ್ನ ಟ್ಯೂನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ 92.7 ಬಿಗ್ FM, 93.5 ರೆಡ್ FM. ಸೊ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಬ್ರಾಡ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ. ಆಕಾಶವಾಣಿ 100.6 ಮೆಗಾಹರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಜ್ಞಾನಧ್ವನಿ 90.8 ಮೆಗಾಹರ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಬಿಗ್ FM ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 92.7 ಮೆಗಾಹರ್ಟ್ಸ್, ರೆಡ್ FM ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 93.5 ಮೆಗಾಹರ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಇವು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಈ ಚಾನಲ್ಗಳು ಬ್ರಾಡ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ these channels are broadcast at different frequencies. Now if I have designed an LCR circuit for Akashvani, then I cannot receive Jnanadhvani, neither can I receive Big FM nor Red FM. So I want one LCR circuit which can receive all these channels. So what will I do? I will have a FM receiver with a variable capacitor. Finally, here I have a circuit diagram which is a hobby kit for receiving FM signals. So if you see there, the knob is connected to a variable capacitor. So if I have one series LCR circuit with a variable capacitor, then I have designed a FM receiver which can receive different FM channels. Finally, so the FM receiver which I have designed should function in a very good manner. It should be a good FM receiver. It should not be a poor FM receiver. So if the receiver has to be a good FM receiver, then comes the role of sharpness. So if my FM receiver's sharpness is very good, only then with a single LCR circuit I can receive more number of channels. If the sharpness of the FM receiver or the series LCR circuit is not good, then I will not be having a good listening of the FM channels. There will be more noise or disturbance. More than one channel would be received at the same time. So now let us try to understand what is sharpness. FM receiver ಅನ್ನೋ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಪಾಠದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು FM ರಿಸೀವರಿನ ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದು ಈ LCR ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟಿನ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಅದರ ಪ್ರಯೋಜನ ಮತ್ತು ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ವಿತ್ ಮತ್ತು ಶಾರ್ಪ್ನೆಸ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು ಪಾತ್ರ ವಹಿಸುತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ FM ರಿಸೀವರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಅದರ ಪ್ರಯೋಜನ ಏನು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೇಳಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಬಿಗಿನ್. Sharpness or Q factor. Q stands for quality factor. Both sharpness and quality factor are defined for a series LCR circuit and more precisely at resonance. So how do I define sharpness? It is the ratio of resonant frequency to bandwidth of a series LCR circuit. Quality factor or sharpness is defined as the ratio of the resonant frequency divided by the bandwidth of the series LCR circuit. To understand better, we will further know some other definitions for sharpness or quality factor. So through doing some more mathematical calculations, so we can also get quality factor as the inductive reactance divided by the resistance R. So inductive reactance is nothing but 2 pi Fr into L divided by R. And this inductive reactance is at the condition of resonance. So this is equation 2. Also further, we can also write the same quality factor as capacitive reactance divided by the resistance. Capacitive reactance is 1 divided by 2 pi FRC. So on simplification, I will get this as 1 divided by 2 pi FRC into R. Equation 3. So you can also define quality factor as capacitive reactance divided by resistance, and this is also at the condition of resonance. So capacitive reactance is given by 1 by 2 pi FRC. FR means resonant frequency. Not just this, also if you multiply equation 2 and 3, so this will become Q into Q is Q square. If you multiply, you will get this as 2 pi FRL by R into 1 divided by 2 pi FRC into R. So 2 pi FR get cancelled, and L divided by R square into C on further simplification. So you finally get quality factor as 1 by R into root of L by C. So the same quality factor or sharpness can be defined mathematically with 4 equations. The first being resonant frequency divided by the bandwidth. Using the equation 1 through some mathematical simplifications or calculations, we can further get the quality factor as inductive reactance by resistance or capacitive reactance by resistance, or multiplying equation 2 and 3 we can further get quality factor as 1 by R into root of L by C. This equation helps us to understand how the quality factor of a series LCR circuit can be changed or improved. In your NCERT, we have this diagram which is showing the graph of resonant frequency versus the peak current in the circuit. In the graph here, they have taken the angular frequency, doesn't matter. So you see there, for a given series LCR circuit, for a given resonant condition, resonant frequency, if you want to keep the resonant frequency the same but increase the sharpness, then you have to change the resistance. So by changing the resistance, the sharpness increases. So now let us further see how it is. So here is the example which is being given in your NCERT, where we have a series LCR circuit where the inductance is 1 millihenry and the capacitance is 1 nanofarad. So if you calculate the resonant frequency in terms of angular frequency, this will give you 100 mega radians per second. M stands for 10 to power plus 6. 100 into 10 to power 6 radians per second. If you convert it into frequency, it is 15.9 megahertz. So at this resonant frequency, we have two graphs. One graph for resistance R is equal to 100 ohm and the other graph for resistance R is equal to 200 ohm. So through this equation, if you see, for a given frequency, for a given resonant frequency, sharpness can be increased by decreasing the resistance R. So quality factor is inversely proportional to the resistance R. Therefore, if you decrease the resistance, the sharpness increases. So if sharpness increases, then what happens? The bandwidth decreases. If the sharpness is less, then what happens? If you draw bandwidth, here in this case the bandwidth increases. So what does this mean? So finally, what is the consequence of bandwidth and resonance? If you have to consider a FM receiver, so if you have designed a FM receiver which receives many channels, then the FM receiver sharpness has to be great and its bandwidth should be small. Only then I can receive multiple channels. If the sharpness is less and my bandwidth is greater, then what happens is, when you are trying to tune the receiver, when you are trying to catch a certain channel, you may be getting two channels at the same time. So in this way, the sharpness and bandwidth helps in FM channel tuning or your TV channel tuning. So we need to understand in this session what is the bandwidth, definition for bandwidth, and what is sharpness and the different equations for sharpness. We will further solve some numericals related to series LCR circuit, where we will be making use of the equation for quality factor. So let us continue. So before continuing to numericals, let me make one more point here. Sharpness of a series LCR circuit can be increased the resistance R in the circuit. So for a given frequency and a series LCR circuit, sharpness can be increased by decreasing the resistance R. So we will further continue by solving some numericals related to series LCR circuit. Today, finally, we will solve some numericals related to series LCR circuit. The impedance in the circuit, the phase difference in the circuit, the resonant frequency, the Q factor in a series LCR circuit. Let us begin. Here is the first question. A series LCR circuit contains a pure inductor of inductance 5.0 Henry, a capacitor of capacitance 20 microfarad, and a resistor of resistance 40 ohm. So let us note down the given data. What are the things given? They are given the value of inductance, which is 5.0 Henry, the value of capacitance, which is 20 microfarad, and the value of the resistance, which is 40 ohm. Let us continue. Find the resonant frequency of the circuit, the second part of the question. Calculate the quality factor of the circuit, and finally, what is the impedance at resonant condition? So what are we supposed to find in this numerical? We need to find the resonant frequency, quality factor Q, and the impedance in the circuit. The impedance at resonant condition. So let us start to solve this numerical. First thing, the resonant frequency. The formula for resonant frequency is 1 divided by 2 pi root LC. So 1 divided by 2 pi, I will get this as 1 divided by 6.28. 2 into pi is 6.28, and L into C. What is L? 5.0. C is 20 microfarad, so 20 into 10 to power of minus 6. On solving it further, I will get this as 1 divided by 6.28 into root of 5 into 20 is 100, so 100 into 10 to power minus 6. I am going to get this as 1 divided by 6.28, root 100 is 10, root of 10 to power minus 6 is 10 to power minus 3. Finally, I will get this as 1 divided by 62.8, 10 to power minus 3, when it goes to the denominator it is 10 to power plus 3. On simplification, I would be getting this as 1 by 62.8, I will get this as 0.0159 into 10 to power 3, so it is very nearly equal to 15.9 hertz. So I got the value of the resonant frequency. Next, we got the resonant frequency. We are supposed to find the quality factor. The quality factor can be found using the relation quality factor Q is equal to 1 by R into root of L by C. So this is going to be 1 divided by R is 40 into root of inductance 5 divided by capacitance, which is 20 microfarad, 20 into 10 to power of minus 6. So on simplification, we are going to get this as 0.025 into root of 5 divided by 20. 5 divided by 20, I will get this as 0.25 into 10 to power minus 6 to the numerator is going to become 10 to power plus 6. So I am going to get this as 0.025 into root of 0.25 we are going to get it as 0.5 10 to power of 3. Finally, on simplification, we are going to get the answer as 0.0125 into 10 to the power of 3. So which is going to be 12.5. Quality factor is unitless, it is just a number. Finally, we are left with finding the impedance at resonant condition. At resonance, the impedance is going to be equal to the resistance, so that is going to be equal to 40 ohm. So that's it, we have solved the numerical one. We have found the resonant frequency, which is 15.9 hertz. We We have found the quality factor, which is 12.5, and finally impedance at resonant condition is equal to resistance, which is 40 ohm. Let us proceed further. Here is your next numerical which has been asked in the 2019 supplementary exam paper. The sinusoidal voltage of peak value 283 volt and frequency 50 hertz. So numerical 2, given the peak value V0 is 283 volt and frequency is 50 hertz, is applied to a series LCR circuit in which R is equal to 32 ohm, L is equal to 25.48 millihenry and C is equal to 786 microfarad. Find impedance of the circuit, B, the phase difference between the voltage across the source and the current, C, the power factor. The third question, which is power factor, is now being excluded from the syllabus. Now in the sense only this year. So we will not be trying to find the power factor. We will find the first two things, the impedance of the circuit and the phase difference between the voltage across the source and the current. So we are supposed to find the impedance Z in the circuit and the phase difference phi in the circuit. So let us start. So let us find out the impedance and the phase difference between the voltage and the current. The impedance, we know that impedance Z is given by root of R square plus XC minus XL whole square. To find Z, we need to know XC and XL. So first we will find out what is XC and XL. XC is given by 1 divided by 2 pi FC. So 1 divided by pi is 3.14 into 2, I will get it as 6.28 into frequency 50 hertz into capacitance 786 microfarad, 10 to power of minus 6. Micro is 10 to power minus 6. So on simplification, I am going to get this as multiplying 6.28 into 50 into 786. I will get this as 246,804 into 10 to power minus 6. So shift 6 decimal places towards the left. So if I have a decimal here, this is going to be shifted 6 place, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I will get this as 1 divided by 0.2468. On simplifying this, I will get XC as 4.05 ohm. We have found XC, we are now left with XL. XL is given by 2 pi f into L. So 2 into 3.14 into 50 into 25.48 into 10 to power minus 3. Inductance is given as 25.48 millihenry. So it is 25.48 into 10 to power minus 3. On simplifying this, I will get the value nearly as 8 ohms. Finally, let us find out the impedance. So therefore, Z is equal to root of 32 square plus 4.05 minus 8.00 whole square. Here in the bracket 4.05 is less than 8, so you may be getting a negative value, but still after squaring a negative value you will again get a positive value. So on further simplification of this, we are going to get this as 32 square is 1024 plus, on simplifying the bracket here, we will get it as 15.60, and further simplification will give us the value as 32.24 ohm. So now we have finally found out the impedance of the circuit. We are left with finding the phase difference between the voltage or between the source voltage and the current in the circuit. So we know that the phase difference is given by tan inverse of XC minus XL divided by R. So this is going to give us tan inverse of XC is 4.05 minus XL is 8, R is 32. So let us solve this. 4.05 minus 8.00, I will get this as minus 3.95 divided by 32, which is tan inverse of minus 0.123. So using the Clark's table, we can find out what is tan inverse of 0.123, and we will get the value as 7 degree 1 minute, or which is very nearly equal to 7 degree, minus 7 degree. By simply ending at finding the value as minus 7 degree, we may not finish the numerical, we will have to conclude in words. So what will we conclude on looking at the value of phi? If phi is negative, which means the current in the circuit lacks the voltage. Therefore, finally I write the phase difference between the source voltage and the current in the circuit is minus 7 degree. Therefore, the current in the circuit lacks the voltage by 7 degree. So this will complete solving numerical 2. That is all for this session. Thank you.